got two talented brothers in the studio with me. Years, they entrepreneurs, artists, producers, and this I'm talking about both of them. I'm not even just talking about one person. I'm talking about both of them. We got Phil Hudson in the building. How you feeling, my guy?
What's good, homie? What's good?
Then we got the Dream.
Yo, what's good?
They from what podcast y'all from, man?
Plugged or Unplugged podcast. You know how it go. Well,
okay, see, man, y'all been doing it for about how many years? The 3?
it's going on 3. It'll be 3 in January 2021. Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all, man. Y'all in your 3rd season, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Did
sir.
you guys think when you started the first episode that y'all get to this point?
Yeah, but it was more so of a like we was having fun with it at first season. I mean, we still having fun with it, but it was just like you kind of see yourself doing things for the long run. But I guess you could say yeah, you could say that.
See, you guys gonna change it up on season 4?
Oh, season 4 gonna be a little different. We got something planned. Season 4, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we don't want to give a little bit too much of what we're gonna do, but we're gonna shake it up a little bit on the next season. Every season we try to add something else to the format of what we already had, just to keep adding to it. For instance, we might we added the sports section or something like that. Like we didn't originally start with that.
No,
it was just us two, and then we expanded into the branches that we want to go with. So each season it'll just be an expansion of what we got going on, pretty much.
I'm keeping it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. Y'all the OGs of it right now, my guys. You guys been doing it for 3 years. Y'all the OGs of the podcast.
Appreciate that, though. Appreciate
that.
I think it's real
Is it
easy. It's super easy. Like we bounce ideas off of each other. We're both in tune with a lot of things.
Don't argue ever.
Oh, we always argue. Yeah, we
yeah. We understand. We trying to get a common goal. Get to a common goal. So if it's an argument, it's just frustration trying to get to that goal. We might just have 2 different views of it. But we always just try to keep it fresh and funky with anything that we in. But we understand that it's a grind. So we know that it's gonna be ups and it's gonna be downs to everything that we do. We just keep that in mind to not focus on the highs or the lows. Try to stay in that nice medium spot.
Okay, I want to understand when you guys first meet.
Damn, that's a good question. That might be the best question of 2020.
Had to be somewhere hooping.
Yeah, we was hooping. We had to be hooping.
Y'all was hooping, yeah.
More than likely, yeah, we was hooping for sure. I want to say Heart Reach or something like that on the north.
Ain't no telling.
On the north?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What year was it though? Y'all know the year?
That's what I'm saying.
It's been a minute, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We hooped for so
It's
long.
been a minute.
High school hoops, he went to Cheney, I went to Ursuline and whatnot. So we in this city together, and when you get to that level, you know who people is at other schools and whatnot. So
it
was a summertime. I don't remember exactly which summer, but I remember hooping with this man. You know what I mean? And him making his stamp. I'm like, all right.
So when you guys were hooping with each other, because you guys were on opposite teams, what team were you on, Dream?
For you talking about in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
I played for Ursuline.
You played for Ursuline?
Yeah.
I played for Cheney.
Cheney?
Yeah.
So y'all, let's be real, you guys got a little bit of a rivalry. You guys can't be too cool with each other. But then when you guys made that happen, did you guys ever think playing against each other that y'all will ever start a business and do all this together?
Nah.
Yeah, not me at all.
Nah, not at all.
It's funny because like after all of that, we actually started working together.
Oh yeah.
Where you guys work at?
we started working together. We had the same job, the same schedule.
What job was it?
We worked for like Branon Center. In a truck. So like we're together all day, every day, and we like bouncing ideas just naturally. And it's just like
that's really how the show kind of started for real.
That is.
And then I got fired because of him. But
how you got fired because of himself?
No. He got me fired, bro.
I didn't get that man fired.
How'd you get him fired, Dream? Why you do that, man?
Listen, I got the whole story.
Go ahead.
So we pull up to a spot. You know what I'm saying? Normal delivery. It's a little rainy out. Grass a little wet. I'm like, yo. He like, yo. Should we just back up on the complex yard? I'm like, nah. Me being the wise man that I am, like, nah.
Tell him.
The ground too wet. He like, all right, bet. I go in and talk to the customer. I come out, it's all smooth. I come back out, the truck is in the yard. So I'm like, all right, cool. We gonna just drop this off and we gonna go in there. Smooth delivery. Went to the 3rd floor and everything. Real smooth. We come out, we try to pull off. The truck's stuck.
What? It's stuck?
The truck is stuck, bro.
So how is that my fault that he got fired though?
How you not get fired?
Exactly. It was just so much confusion.
Who do you know? What did you
Listen, he got some ties that we don't know about. Bro. Like in the store on the north side, he's from the north, so he got something going on over there.
I don't know.
Y'all seem like you guys have good energy. You guys got positive energy. So what do you think you guys do on the show that you guys bring to the table? Like as of you, Phil, what do you think you bring to the table?
With me, I believe I bring like this sense of unorthodoxness that works out that a normal podcast host would probably do. Like we don't. So I've seen other shows and they introduce themselves a certain way or they do things, I guess, the typical way. We don't. I don't necessarily do it.
No,
like
Phil, you don't do that at all.
And not at all.
You go in there, you be smooth. Hey man, we in the podcast right now. Yeah, it's your boy Phil.
We trying to get into my Barry White a little bit.
No, bro, you be on that Snoop Dogg. What about you? What you bring to the table?
I mean, I'm just natural. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes it so fun for me because I'm really crazy like that. The stuff I be saying on the show,
I know,
is really what I'm thinking. I just don't say it all.
I want to ask you though, because you the one willing to say what the most outrageous thing on the show. Do you ever get any comments from what you said on your show?
Yeah, I do. I mean, but I don't do it on purpose. I'm just speaking my mind. That's just how I feel. I don't say stuff to make people feel no type of way or just be the most outlandish. But I mean, it works out. He's a cool guy, and I'm just that wild one to just speak my mind. You know?
Dream, you the producer.
Yeah.
So, for how long you been producing?
Producing about, I want to say about 6 years now, about 6 or 7.
6 years.
I started rapping first. I never even wanted to be a producer. I started the production to build a bridge, so I didn't have to come up with this money and buy beats and buy studio time and all of that. So I just cut the middleman and I just learned how to do it myself. That's just where I'm at.
That's
now.
smart though.
You know what I mean?
So you started off rapping, right?
Yeah.
So when you start off, when
in a real studio?
Yeah.
I was 8 years old.
8 years old in the studio.
I was 8 years old. My stepdad, he had a recording contract actually. He was just getting off. And the studio was like massive. He would go to Cleveland, and they had a small station that was like in like Lordstown or something like that. Okay. He would just write me something, you know what I'm saying, and I would just practice it. And we would go to the studio. I would lay it down, like, and that was my first time ever recording. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like, I like this. I like this,
bro. He's like Little Bow Wow. For real, you Little Bow Wow, bro. I didn't know I was sitting with a legend, dog. You a legend, dog.
Yes, sir.
So, like. The thing is with rapping though, Phil, you rap too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
See,
just a little bit.
He said a little bit.
Nah, not a lot, bit. A lot for real. Well, the mixtape is called Inception.
Yep.
Inception, means the beginning. So this is my beginning of my music career on top of everything else we do. So
it's about time.
It's just a smooth. It's like that. You gotta.
That was the intention.
Was that the intention?
When you drink it, it's smooth.
It's smooth.
Just smooth. That's why you.
That's how you feel when you listening to that song. That's how you feel when you drinking that.
Listen.
Go and buy you a bottle.
Go ahead and get a bottle, man. I'll get you a bottle personally, and I'll bring it to you.
We should have You should have brought me a bottle.
Hey, we slacking.
It's okay. Next time, dog.
For sure.
Next time. So we go ahead and introduce the song, man.
It is Nigel about to bump Canadian Reserve.
Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a nigga ever told you he stopped drinking, he was lying. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a nigga ever told you he stopped drinking, he was lying. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York State of Mind. Cleaned out my whip, gotta keep my cool. I learned a lot of game on my own, now I'm smooth. Double cup the action while I'm trying to make it happen. Smoking on this, watching Meek Mill's interview. Shorty broke it off, I ain't in the best of mood. So I gotta keep it player, gotta keep my cool. Can't let them see me sweat, still focused on the check. Fiji water in my whip, I keep it on deck. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York State of told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York State of Mind.
Smooth. See, I should have came in smooth. Let me do that again. Let's start that over. Hey man, what you doing out here, dog? With that Canadian Reserve.
I mean, hey,
what's on the side though?
That Red Bull, you know.
The Red Bull. Man, that song's fire.
Appreciate it, homie. Appreciate
so how long did it take you to make it?
That particular song took me about an hour and a half for real. Like,
hour and a half?
I found the beat all in the same night.
Really?
And it was just like, I just got inspired for real, and it just came out like that.
For that hook.
Or for one, I was sipping a little bit, sipping a little bit, getting into my mode. It's not too far. It ain't take me too far, but it got me right. And I was just in that mode, man. And it just hit me, and I'm like, Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. I actually had a Red Bull, the red one. Actually, it's like cranberry or something like that. Yeah. And I had it, and I was looking at the bottle, and I seen the Red Bull. I'm like, Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If I ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. I'm like, yeah, because people tell you all the time they quit drinking, they be lying. So I'm like, all right, that's gonna be hard, so it's gonna be cool. So smooth
going in, or you gonna be smooth going to the soft legs. You feel me?
Yeah. My God.
You feel me? That's just what it's gonna be. Hey, I'm just giving you keys when you play that song.
Man did not say soft legs on the air.
Listen, you play that, and you gonna be talking smooth, just like him.
Just like him.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, soft legs.
Soft legs.
I think you should just coin that right
now.
Go ahead.
You
did say it on the air. You gotta coin it now.
Go ahead, man.
You gotta coin it.
Dream, you gotta do it.
Soft legs.
Soft legs. Wait though, Phil. This whole mixtape you got here. You got 5 songs? Is it 5?
I put I have 5 songs in there. Yeah, 5 songs.
Yeah, 5. You guys have a song together, Light Work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you produce that?
Light Work,
Dream?
Yeah, that's actually on a different project. That was like a collective group project we was doing at the time. And it didn't even make the project, so I kind of kept it for myself, and that was like our first staple, where it's just us back and forth with a song.
Man, it's just that for you, this was a chance for you your coming out party, like you coming into the world and telling them, hey, I'm ready, I'm starting to make music, and you guys need to pay attention to it. So for you, what was the hardest part about doing your first mixtape?
The hardest part was really, because I did a lot of songs, and I chopped it down to 5. The hardest part, and he got on me a lot too.
How many songs you have originally?
Bro, like 10.
10?
I had like 10.
Why'd you put all 10 of them?
Nah, because I want to space it out. The vibe was different. Some of this, like the first 5, it was like a transition of the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I kind of want to use that for something later.
Okay.
But
I would tell him put it all on.
Yeah, he was like, he owned me. Like, we got a board at the studio, and he'd be like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, when you doing this? When you doing this?" So that was like, that added fuel to like, okay, let me get this done, because it's something I've always wanted to do. So I mean, I had to seize the moment.
Okay. Tell them where they can get your mixtape.
Okay, you can get
promote.
I got you. It's Nigel. You can get the mixtape Inception on SoundCloud. Canadian Reserve, favorite song, are also on all platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, everywhere.
Okay, man. You sound like a rapper now. No, man, because you got all kind of different elements, and that's the thing about people. You can't just be one-sided. You can't just be boxed in. For you guys, that's why I'm impressed about with you two, because you guys were both athletes, right?
Yes, sir.
So, like, the thing is about you guys being athletes, a lot of athletes, once they get hurt can't get on a team or one or the other, they get stuck because they didn't work on anything else in their palates of making them better people. You know what I mean?
See, you kind of hit it dead on the head as to what TGE even was when I first came up with the idea to create it. Because I went to play college basketball and everything. I came back home and I was in a depressed state because I didn't know what to do with myself. That's what I did all day, every day. I wake up, I'm either going to train or go to school for basketball. And now that I don't have that no more, it's like it was a shift. I'm like, all right, what am I doing now? Then I go back to what was already there. I already made music. I just never really focused on it because my main focus was ball at the time. It took me to great places, and to people, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You change your thinking, it's gonna change your lifestyle. Whatever you want. That's just what it is.
I see you out here, Pastor. I see you out here, Pastor. You out here doing your thing. You doing your thing.
It's not even Sunday yet, player. Appreciate you doing that for your brand, because you gotta. Because a lot of people don't know there's other options. At my job, I had somebody I work with. He's like, man, I'm quitting this job, man. I was like, why? They ain't paying us nothing. And I was like, what you gonna do? Be in the streets. I was like, bro, your brother just came out of the streets in jail.
That's always the option for people. I don't understand that. We have conversations all the time. We see people that was once upon a time a hooper. This is everything that you want. And now you looking at them now, and their whole lifestyle is, it don't even be remotely close to the type of person that you were. Not even what you're doing, but the type of person that you are in your character, it looks completely different. And I feel like a lot of people, especially coming from where I come from, with that ball, they get to those points like you said. They get stuck. They don't know what to do, and well, they become product of what's around them. Like, nah, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep that positive energy and just resort it into a different direction.
See, this is my thing though. See, you were blessed with the opportunity at 8 years old to write. Somebody write music and you being in that environment.
Right.
You have been blessed with the opportunity of growing up and seeing people be entrepreneurs, and you wanted to do that.
Right.
These other people might not have the same situation as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, you guys are blessed with the ability to see that and being able to. That is not an option for y'all. That's the only option for them. They only know hoop in this. They weren't studying nothing else. Like, how to edit videos. You know how to make music. It's like, see, you got so many palettes though,
and I appreciate that. But those a couple of them things you just said, we learned on our own.
You learned on your own.
It's the same. Maybe we can show you, because there's a lot of people that that I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
And they talk to me, and they know what I've been through. But the way that I might carry myself or so, whatever, you can't even imagine. Like, you can't imagine what I've been through, or the type of conditions that I lived in, or anything like that, because of how I carry myself. And those little things, that's my blessing to give to other people. Like, you know what I mean? I just pay it forward.
They're just used to the norm. They're just used to their environment. They're used to the things that they see on a day-to-day basis. So once you change your thought process, almost anything is possible, because everything begins with a thought. Like, they created everything was created with a thought. You had to think about it, you had to plan it out, you had to do it. It's the same thing with everything else. Like,
and that's what anybody, like, certain people might think, oh, I can't do this because you so good at this and da 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 da. Hey, you could possess those same things. You know what I mean? You just gotta tap into that. Like, everybody got it. Your mentality is everything.
And another thing, like, your words are powerful.
Your words are powerful.
Your words are powerful, bro.
What do you mean by that statement?
Like what?
Before we started this podcast, it was a word.
Facts.
What do you mean?
All right, so
the name of the podcast?
Everything.
Go ahead,
everything. All right, so like,
go ahead, tell us
what I mean by, like, your words are powerful. There's life and death in the power of the tongue, and it's written. But at the same time, you can speak yourself into situations before you even get to these situations. Like, I know I'm gonna do this. I will do this, and then you end up doing this. You see what I'm saying? Or when I was first starting this podcast, you know this. Everybody wanted to be on, like, the little radio show. Everybody wanted to be over here, bro. Everybody wanted to be in this spot. I made that podcast. Well, we made this podcast 2 years ago, going on 3. Now we're here talking to you about it. We spoke that into existence.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So it's power in your tongue. Like, we need to stop talking down on ourselves too. Like,
Be fact.
I'm serious though. We need to start speaking more positive about ourselves because the more positive you speak about yourself, the more positive things can happen. If you be like, "Damn, man, I'm dumb as hell," and then something happened that's dumb, well, whose fault is that? You see what I'm saying? Like we gotta watch how we say things, speak positive about ourselves, and move forward. Like you know what I'm saying? We could change our lives with a decision. You know, so that's all the game you getting from me today, man. Come on.
Had to hit him with that. Give him one jewel a day.
Just one. Nah.
They really wanted to touch on that subject.
Okay.
And I have diverse people that come on my show, so I feel like you guys are the perfect candidates for this question. So how did you guys feel about the Black Lives Matter?
Personally,
yes,
Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
But the actual stamp corporation, for me personally, this is my answer. The stamp Black Lives Matter, I really don't. I'm not with that. The actual true statement that Black lives actually matter, that is a true statement. But that stamp and everything that we're funding to Black Lives Matter, you got to understand who's running that corporation.
What do you mean? What corporation?
When you donate to Black Lives Matter, that don't go to black communities. That goes to older 60-year-old white presidential candidates.
What do you mean? Like Joe Biden? Donald Trump?
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
You can look it up. Like I really had to do the research myself because I was a really big Bernie Sanders supporter. Like, he walked with Martin Luther King, but I don't want to get too deep into it. But the actual corporation of Black Lives Matter, I don't really support that. But in today's climate, most definitely, Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? But I have to separate the two because it's not that I'm against it. I'm most definitely 1000% for Black Lives Matter, but the actual entity of what it is, I really don't support that. That's just me personally. The
corporation that's running it, I don't see it as genuine as everybody that's really screaming Black Lives Matter. That people that are out here in these streets getting maced, beat up, shot at. Black Lives Matter. For those people, that's what that statement really means. But the corporation just like a hashtag and it's cool, Black Lives Matter. Like I've seen videos on Twitter where these, they're not black and they're at these protests and they're wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts and they're just at the protest for 5 seconds just to wear the t-shirt for a picture and a photo op. You see what I'm saying? So then and then they're hashtagging Black Lives Matters. So then it kind of gets diluted of what are we really supporting? Like they're out here taking a photo op, but you got this black couple getting beat up and attacked by these police like in these protests. So it's like I support the true Black Lives Matter.
I got a question. Since you brought that up, how would you feel if a rapper that was white came out with a song about Black Lives Matter?
It depends on what you're talking about. Is it a mockery or is you know what I'm saying? Do you really feel that?
How deep in the community are you? This white rapper that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, how deep is he? Where is he from? What's going on? Like,
if you talking about,
I need all of that.
Somebody like Machine Gun Kelly, who's from East Cleveland.
Yeah, East Cleveland.
He really from there, so he would understand. I would suppose, quote unquote, if you speaking that. But you talking about somebody that don't even really
like Post Malone.
Yeah, or you know what I'm saying? Lil Dicky or somebody, just anybody. Like, it just, come on now, like you doing that for the, you know what I'm saying, the publicity or whatever it is. You put a song, this white rapper, Black Lives Matter. Even.
What about Macklemore?
Macklemore?
Yeah,
I don't really listen to Macklemore. Know his true stance for real.
And at the end of the day, that's where it falls for me too.
I mean, I'm asking you because Macklemore did it. No, well, not did the Black Lives Matter. He did for the LGBT community.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
And then he made that song. He was a straight man. So, can white people do a Black Lives Matter song if they're not
I
black?
wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all. I think we need more of the white voice for real. To be honest, like because we could sit here and pick our side as far as a black man or a black woman or whatever. But if you're a part of the white community and you see something wrong and that's what you do, you make music, use your voice. Even if you don't make music, if you see something wrong, you gotta step up, because if you just choose to ignore it, you just as bad as the people that's doing it. Like, so I'm all for it. If you want to make a Black Lives Matter song, then that's fine. I just don't want it to be made out of mockery or to make some money, and that's not even really what you about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just gotta be authentic.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. We should keep politics and sports.
My true answer is kind of complex. I think we should keep politics out of sports. However,
see, okay.
Black Lives Matter to me is not politics. That's everyday living necessities. Like, you know what I mean? That's
what I'm talking about. That's the best answer I've heard of that question. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I understand because it needs to be heard. Like,
not for real.
That's
I'm gonna
right
say that
versus wrong. That's I don't got nothing to do with politics. Rather, you vote for Biden or Trump or whoever, then Black lives should still matter. Just like whoever life is taken advantage of, it should still matter. And if it's a problem, we got a league made up majority of black
African Americans.
So if they feeling some type of way, you expect us just to y'all be quiet and come to work and get y'all check and just keep it pushing, or we gonna fine you like the NFL used to do. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's a dictatorship.
Well,
I'm serious.
Man, you on fire today, Pat. I almost dapped you up, but we on the show. We on the show.
That was the best answer I got for that question. I'm be using that when my white coworkers ask me how I feel about that. I'm like, listen, it's not even politics.
It's not.
Because that's not politics. That's a lifestyle. That's just a necessity of life.
Right.
People lives matter.
Think about it though. If you want to get technical, it's technically political because it's owned by these white candidates, but it wasn't. Y'all ain't supposed to have nothing to do with that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all done took it and now y'all making it to where this is our stamp, so we getting that vote. Like, this is that important. Now y'all making it political when it's not political.
It wasn't even like that from the start.
That's not political.
Who's your favorite team in the NBA? Phil, I already know who it is.
You already know, man. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
The Lakers?
For the Lakers, man.
Okay, so LeBron's on your team now. I know the first episode of your podcast, you had something to say.
It's so funny. That's why I love it. Like,
the first episode, like, it was not even 10 minutes in the show. He's like, before you say anything, you know, he got his people. Hey, you know, before you say anything, Kobe Bryant over LeBron James, and you was like, okay, I didn't even say.
I just had to let it be known. Like, it had to be known.
You know where the energy was going.
Yeah, like, I had to let it be known.
Damn. Dream, what's your favorite
That's
team?
an interesting question. Let's figure this
out. It is.
You a Cavs fan?
He should be.
I always keep it.
You started off as a Cavs fan.
I ain't started off as no Cavs fan. My first team I ever rooted for was the Lakers. I'm gonna keep it a band, but I'm not no Lakers fan. I like Kobe and Shaq. That was the first thing that I ever rooted for.
Okay, Kobe and Shaq.
But I'm not no Lakers fan. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan.
Wait, so didn't make you a Laker fan?
I mean, I guess I'm rooting for the Lakers, but I'm not a true fan. I'm just a little rental fan.
He a step fan.
Yeah,
he a step.
Rent a fan. Rent a fan. That's me right now. I'm a rent a fan.
I'm a rent a fan right now.
Long as LeBron there. Long as LeBron there. I'm a root for the Lakers. You know
so how you do that though, man?
It's a very hard life.
Ain't nothing hard about it. Ain't nothing hard about that.
That is a hard life, bro. He move around too much,
it's
player.
Easy. Listen, I'll be stress free because you know what? I know LeBron James gonna be in the finals at the end of the day. So whatever team he playing for, I'm Gucci. I'm gonna see the playoffs. So I'm gonna see all that. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna keep it bad. That's my guy. I'm going with LeBron though. That's how I go.
That is the silly.
That was the wrong question, bro. That was the worst question.
So you been a LeBron fan for real?
Bro,
so you a Laker fan right now?
Yes.
So they gonna win, right? We all Laker fans.
Oh yeah,
it's going down. Even the cameraman, the Laker fan, man, it's going down.
Shout out to the cameraman. Give him a shout out on air.
Shout out my bro Keelan, man. Shout out my bro Keelan.
So I'm gonna ask the question. Let's ask the question though. If LeBron wins the Lakers, he might be the greatest player to ever play the game.
Ooh.
If he wins with the Lakers, let's be real.
Hey, that just kind of made my rib hurt a little bit.
No, think about it. Like, come on. Like you said, though, like the Dream said, he said, hey, man, he be going to different teams, but he wins.
He wins.
So,
get it done.
That might, I'm just saying.
Doing something that we ain't never seen before. And that's what I'm saying. People keep putting them in that Jordan box. Mm-hmm. If LeBron came before Jordan, the narrative would be completely different. I'm telling you, it would be completely different. And it's like Stephen A. Smith had an interview in the Breakfast Club the other day, and he was on there. And what the main thing that I took from out of everything that he said, LeBron James will never and has never been better than Michael Jordan. and LeBron is still playing. So that means no matter what he do, at this point, he can never surpass Michael Jordan because that is the view that you have of Michael Jordan. That is your GOAT. That is your superhero. He's not supposed to die. That's your superhero. Nobody's supposed to surpass him, and everything that he do is all perfect. You gonna shut down everything that everybody else do. That's cool, but it ain't what Jordan did. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even get to appreciate what he's doing. And I don't even try to get into whoever, because you can have your own opinion. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people gonna hang me for this, but I think LeBron and Kobe is in their way better than Michael Jordan.
Whoa,
that's my opinion.
You think Kobe?
Yes. And
LeBron?
Yes.
Are better than Michael Jordan.
Yep.
You didn't watch the documentary.
I did watch the documentary.
We all watched the documentary.
I'm about to leave. You didn't watch the documentary.
You ain't watched the documentary.
I know without Michael Jordan, we probably wouldn't have a Kobe or LeBron. I get that.
You said Kobe and LeBron better than Michael Jordan.
And tell me that they're not supposed to be. Why is the NBA and basketball the only league that don't let their players advance? But you can go to the NFL and have Barry Sanders, but LaDainian Tomlinson is better than him, or whoever's playing in today's time. They give it to their players. Like, the game is supposed to advance. Basketball
Like
do
Patrick
not
Mahomes.
let the game advance.
They do.
No, they don't. They will not let it advance. I'm telling you, it's always going to be Michael Jordan, and that is the standard.
Because Michael Jordan, we watched the documentary. If you see what he did, there's nobody doing what he did.
Talking about off the court.
We're talking about the whole thing,
If
the
you
whole
talking about
package,
the whole thing,
and then the
LeBron.
game wise,
If you talking about the whole thing, it's LeBron. Ain't even no question.
better
Ain't no
than
question.
Michael Jordan.
Yes, the whole thing. You talking about branding, standing up for Black Lives Matter, and speaking for what's right in the community.
Hey, we'll give him that.
Jordan will literally deflect that. Like, I don't want them to do that.
But
It's
that's-
gonna hurt my brand.
But you gotta think about it. That's the thing about LeBron. He's a different person, different beast. That's why I give all the condolences for him doing that, because before then nobody did it.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time.
Muhammad Ali did it, and then he faced a lot of consequences
And he still
for it.
surpassed
And
it.
it still surpassed
so
it.
is LeBron doing it, and so did Bill Russell.
Bill
And all of them. They all did the same
But
thing.
Michael Jordan didn't want to. But Michael Jordan didn't do that because he saw the Muhammad Ali, he saw the Bill Russell. It's like, let's see here. I'm gonna keep getting this meal real quick.
So you gonna take that meal over being black first? Rather, you had that before you got that meal. You was black first.
Yep. That's what he's doing. That's Michael Jordan.
That's
what Jordan did.
I draw the line. I can't rock with that.
But you think Kobe do? I feel like Kobe do the same thing.
Kobe would do the same. Kobe would do the same. Kobe most definitely would do the same.
Yep.
Kobe, I will.
What do you think, Phil? You look.
But I
He
took
over here.
from it.
Looking.
I think we didn't really get to see the best of Kobe. We seen the best of Kobe
What do you mean?
As a basketball player. He's talking overall as a
person.
As a basketball player.
Yeah.
He's a maniac too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was obsessive with the game.
Uh-huh.
Like, with his documentary, he had to learn to take a different route because all he knew was basketball. The same thing that I just said to you. We didn't get to really see too much of Kobe outside of really basketball for too long. So
that's true.
I think we got stripped from the greatness of what Kobe was even able to bring. Like, and that's the thing that kills me the most. Like, we missing out on all of that. Like,
What's your favorite Kobe moment, Phil?
My favorite Kobe moment? Ooh, that's a great one. First of all, you didn't ask me if was Kobe the greatest, but of course he is the greatest.
I already knew your answer. That's why I didn't even ask.
But my favorite Kobe moment, man. Oh, I got two. When we won a chip in 2010.
2010. That's against Magic, right?
Yes, sir. And then I got a couple. I'm gonna give you three.
Give me three. Give me your top three.
I'm gonna give you top three. When he dunked on Chris Humphries and Gerald Wallace. Oh yeah. It was two dudes. Yeah, it was like 2015. Hey, what year is that? What year is that, Keelan?
I still got it.
I still got it.
2013. He punched on Gerald Wallace and Chris Humphries in Brooklyn. It was crazy.
I remember that, yeah.
And then I mean, when he dropped 60, you know,
60
out. Ain't nobody like that, man.
Yeah, 60 when
crazy.
He left.
Yes, sir.
You gonna pick that over Kobe? Over 81?
That was my all-time.
Only because it was such an emotional game as a fan. You know what I'm saying? Me and my bro, we watching the game. We like, he gonna drop like 30 tonight. It'd be over. Nah, he might drop 40.
Drop 60.
By the time he got to 50, I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I'm like, so is he going for 70 now? like. So yeah, man.
That was crazy.
Greatest Kobe moment of by far, it's not even close. Like, to go out like that, that's your stamp. Kobe Bean, like.
Even the little edit that somebody did when he's at the free throw line, he started dancing and stuff. He's at the free throw line. Even that took me though. Even that took me. So yeah.
This being said, man. So, what inspiration did you get from Kobe?
Just that mentality. That mentality of never quitting, being determined. And just bringing that work ethic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe was a dog. He worked for everything. People would just look at like it's Kobe. Nah, he worked to get to that point in his career. He worked to be that nice, and that's what I take from him every time. Every morning when I wake up, I wake up with that mindset of like I gotta get it, because if I don't get it, I'm not gonna be where I want to be, and that's just facts.
A little bit of the questions I wanted to ask you. It's just been a pleasure, man. I really appreciate y'all being on here, man.
Appreciate you for having us, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, and y'all come back, man. Let me get on y'all show.
Anytime, man.
I want to come on y'all show, man.
No, anytime, man. We gonna set that up for sure, man.
Hey, man.
We gonna come with gifts.
We gonna
come with gifts.
Gifts.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Just buy your own Red Bull.
That being said, man, make sure you promote the new mixtape. Go ahead.
Oh, Inception, Nigel, the artist. Mixtape Inception, Canadian Reserve is out now, all platforms.
Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a nigga ever told you he stopped drinking, he was lying. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a nigga ever told you he stopped drinking, he was lying. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a nigga ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York state of mind. Cleaned out my whip, gotta keep my cool. I learned a lot of game on my own, now I'm smooth. Double cup the action while I'm trying to make it happen. Smoking on this, watching Meek Mill's interview. Shorty broke it off, I ain't in the best of moods. So I gotta keep it player, gotta keep my cool. Can't let them see me sweat, still focused on the check. Fiji water in my whip, I keep it on deck. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York state of mind. Canadian Reserve Red Bull on the side. If a ever told you he quit drinking, he was lying. Early Sunday morning, I'm just smoking while I ride. Playing Illmatic, One Love, New York state of mind.